Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Midnight Marauder NaNoWriMo live stream. I am your host, Portia. A little bit about me since this is my very first live stream. Actually, this is my very first YouTube video. I have been doing NaNoWriMo for about 12 years. And every year I say that because the years run together on me. So, somewhere around about 12, 13 years, I've been doing NaNoWriMo. And I have been wanting to do the AuthorTube thing for a while. So, I said, I want to try this out during NaNoWriMo, host a sprint, see if I like it. I am Portia Writes almost everywhere. I have put down in the description bar below where you can catch me mostly on my Facebook author page, as well as on the NaNoWriMo site, Twitter, Instagram. All of the deeds are down below. So I'm hosting this for those of you who write late at night or overnight like myself. I am in Central Virginia, so I'm on Eastern Standard Time. And also, I have some friends that I sprint with that are in other parts of the country or in other countries because I tend to write late. So, and I'm doing this uncaffeinated. Just have some water here. So, we shall see. And if I don't get anybody, this was so impromptu, that's completely fine with me. So, here's what's going on. I have decided at almost halfway through NaNoWriMo to change my story, which I've never done before. Usually I start something, I stick it out. Even if I don't bother to edit it, even if I never look at it again, I stick it out. Well, this year, what I had decided to do, my original idea was to go ahead and write a sequel to my favorite NaNoWriMo novel that I've ever written, which was my 2013 Nano, which was The Misadventures of Averly. And I loved that book. Loved writing it. It was one of my best NaNoWriMo experiences. I so enjoyed that. So I decided to go ahead and work on the sequel. So, and so I set out to do that, read a little bit, but did not read the whole manuscript that I had written before because I decided fairly late because I'm a pantser. I don't plot very much, if at all. Depending on what I'm writing, I'll plot a little bit, but I'm not a plotter. I'm not really an outliner. So, set off to do this sequel. And in the process of trying to do this sequel, I realized how long ago 2013 was, meaning I've grown as a writer since then. And it was very difficult for me to try to go back into that world and go back into that story, even though it's actually contemporary and it's more humor. It's more realistic humor, mainstream. Even with that, it was very difficult for me to jump back into that world and write from the same perspectives. So, what I'm going to do is I'm still going to write the sequel. I'm going to go back, take some time, read it, get back into that world, do some editing on the first thing I wrote for it, and then come back to it in a couple of months, probably in January. I'll come back to it fresh and start working on revising the 2013 NaNoWriMo, and then I can work on writing a sequel. If at the end of revisions and editing, it still needs a sequel and I'm still interested in doing a sequel to that story, then I will do it probably in January, February time range, something like that. So, because I also started out November sick, which I get sick every November. If I go back through my Facebook memories, I'm sick every November pretty much. So that wasn't surprising. So I started on the first, missed a lot of days of writing. I had not even 5K left in that story and just was not making the progress that I wanted to make. So I decided I was going to try it with a different story that I can fast draft. So we are now writing the royal we, because it's just me. We are now writing a post apocalyptic sci fi story, which I know sounds like it would be a lot harder to fast draft than the story that takes place on Earth, modern day, no world building, no none of that. But to my brain, because that's a sequel, eh, I'm just having a lot of trouble doing that. But it's worth it to do, just not worth it to do for NaNoWriMo. So I am starting Project Eden today, tonight, while it's still today, because it's 11:38. So I said, what better time than to finally suck it up, do a live stream, do an impromptu write-in than when I actually need to go ahead and get boots on the ground and start really throwing some words at this story. So I did not get a chance to do 10K Tuesday yesterday, which I wanted to. So I'm just going to start where I'm at, throw some words at it, maybe try to get a 10K Thursday tomorrow. And forgive me, I'm still a little congested from my cold. So um, that's what we're going to jump into right now. And I know people will be watching this after the fact, so I just want to first and foremost welcome everybody that's going to be watching this in the replays. So thank you so much for joining me. And without further ado, I think I'm going to jump into starting the first sprint. So I'm going to start with a 15-minute sprint to get myself into it, and I'll turn it up to 20 to 30 minutes after that, depending on how we do. So we will see. This is my first stream, so be kind with me. I am going to do, let's see, just do it in a Pomodoro. So let me get that up on the screen for everybody. Start with 15. Okay, y'all, just give me 1 second so I can get the timer up. Okay, 2 minute warning, folks. Okay, so for those who are coming back and they are writing with me on the replay, I hope that you were able to do pretty well for that first 15-minute warm up. I got exactly 333 words, which, not complaining. I'll take 333 for a warm up. I'm just kind of getting my story started and set up, so I'll take it. It's not bad at all. Let's see. And my husband's actually out in the living room playing video games, so I'm not sure if his cursing and screaming is coming through. I hope not. If I listen to this and it's really bad, I'll take it down because I plan to do this again tomorrow. This is actually just kind of a quick dry run for me to set up my lighting and all the things that I'm going to need to do the stream. So we will do this again. Actually, tomorrow I'm probably not going to be anywhere quiet enough, but I plan to do a live stream on Friday morning, probably Friday morning. And I'm open to comments for people that just can suggest me times. I am actually trying to fill in gaps with author tubers when other people don't usually stream because I try not to stream against anybody else. So we'll see what times those are for anybody who is interested. I tend to write late, but I can. My schedule is flexible. I can do it earlier, whatever. So I like that 15 minutes. So let's get see here. We are at 11:59. Cool, cool, cool beans. So let's do another 15 minutes and then just see where we're at for this dry run. And let me just pull up timer for you again. Okay. All right, 1 minute warning. Okay, that's time. So I appreciate you doing a few sprints with me. I am actually going to jump off of here. I just wanted to kind of get a feel for how this worked so I can do this better tomorrow or the day after. So I appreciate anybody who is writing with me in the replay. I was able to get, let's see, 268 words that time. So I'm actually a little, um, I'm actually a little congested. So that was with me having to run off and take care of that. So, and because it looks like I have a viewer, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to do one last 15 minutes because I posted that I was going to be doing this. And I did that more so I would go ahead and do it because if I didn't give myself some kind of accountability, even to do just a crappy impromptu, I wouldn't I wouldn't get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and set us up in a couple minutes for another sprint. And please excuse my congestion. Hopefully it won't be this bad tomorrow. I'm going to be coming on probably a little earlier than this, so it won't be, well, depends what time I get home. Yeah, it might be another midnight Mauauder tomorrow. So let me set up for another 15 minutes. And I did not mean to do that, but okay. We're just going to go with it. Set us up for another 15 minutes. Starting in three, two, one, now. Huh? Yeah. Live stream. It's okay. That's my husband. I'm not talking to myself. Yeah. Mhm. So, yes, I was saying earlier in the stream that my husband is a gamer. So I was hoping that his cursing wasn't coming through too loud. So I'll tell you more about that when the sprint is over. Okay, 30 seconds. Time's up. So what I want to do now is I want to thank you all for coming into my very first live stream, my first YouTube video. This was kind of to help me get the kinks out, get used to StreamYard, figure out my lighting. Just it's kind of a test run for future live streams. I don't think anybody was here when I very first started and I introduced myself. So I want to just let you all know who I am and that I will be coming back doing more live streams that will be a bit smoother run now that I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit. I kind of know what to expect. I am Portia. I have been doing NaNoWriMo for, I think this is my 12th or 13th year. The years run together after a while. I am a full time writer, write mostly nonfiction, and I also freelance for a living. So writing is what I do. Um, and like I said, I've been doing NaNoWriMo for a while. Just started a new story because the first thing that I started writing just was not working. It was a sequel to my 2013 NaNoWriMo project. And it was too long ago for me to just kind of jump back into the sequel. So I will be writing that probably in January or February. Um, I write late. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, but I'm a late writer. So I will probably be doing my live streams between 10 and midnight. I'm thinking I don't want to overlap any of the other author tubers that I frequent. So I will be announcing when I'm doing my live streams with a little more notice next time. But I want to thank everybody who tuned in and thank everybody who is watching in the replay. And you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Happy writing. Bye bye.